I've been using this concealer as eyeshadow base and I really, really like it. It even works for me. If you have oily lids, no. But if you have balanced to dry lids, I really think you're gonna like it. It's working for me even where I have friction is where I was going, but I just wanna make sure that I'm telling you that who it's for, because I don't want you to get this and then it slide down to your chin. But I still make sure to get it very, very thin across the skin. I'm gonna be using a dark brown shadow, liquid shadow as a base around here since I'm doing kind of a cranberry smoky eye. But I am going to clean up this area. This is gonna be perfect as a base for cranberry because if I use a shade that's close to my skin tone, when I go to add the cranberry red shades, what can start to happen is it's gonna turn purple or blue. So this brown is going to ground our colors. And no, I didn't plan to rhyme that, but you'll know how it goes when you're hanging out with Rose. I'm just quick. It's important for you to know that this is gonna stay kind of in a wet state because this isn't gonna dry until I set it. So I have a little bit of time, but I did wipe my brush off, okay? And I'm just gonna keep kind of transitioning this. We're gonna switch to eyeshadows in just a second. But when you use a dense brush like this, especially if you're going for a smoky eye, it can be a real game changer. Do you see how stamping just kind of melts that together? It's really, really easy. Let's use this palette again. I'm gonna take this shade and I'm just gonna start to push it into the dark brown. And if it starts to go a little too purple, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna fix it. But it looks pretty cranberry right now. I'm happy with this so far. Grab just a whisper of that shade just on the tip of the brush and I'm just going to transition through here. And through here is kind of at that darker spot just so it kind of becomes friends with this area a little bit more. I'm gonna pick up more. It's always better to pick up small amounts no matter where we are on the face. I always tell everyone that because it's a lot easier to add than it is to take away. Oh, y'all wanna see the color theory trick, don't y'all? I know you do. What color do we add to neutralize purple? Hint, it's right next to the purple. We're gonna grab a whisper of yellow. I did switch to an E29 because I want it to just be a little bit of a whisper. I wanna add very slowly, picked up more. And it's gonna start to neutralize the purple and take us back into the more browny cranberry that I'm after. Don't forget, friends, color theory is everywhere. It's not just on our face, it's in our eyeshadow too. I've been trying to find a million different ways to use this because I love it so much. This is a gel liner, and I did just clean up the lid space just a little bit, but I just absolutely love this color. I love the texture. I think I'll set it a little bit. I want this to stay pretty matte, so I don't want to add any shimmer, at least not to the smokiness. Let me see how this dries down first. At this point, I think I'm just talking to myself. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take a whisper of that shade E29, so I'm not laying down and packing on too much color, but I'm just going to use this to lock it in. And I love where this is going. I'm going to do some black gel liner. I want it to be a little smudgy too. Why am I holding that brush so far up? See, I even catch myself holding brushes wrong sometimes. And I design the daggum things. But I have more control if I hold it here, where it starts to taper. Have you ever noticed all of the Artistry series does that? So remember this mascara, how I wasn't really sold on it? I just don't think that I should ever review a mascara upon first application. I feel a lot of us can agree that a mascara gets so much better the more you use it. But I will say, I want you to Google the expiration date on most mascaras and be mindful of that. Take care of our eyes. We don't want to be using one that's a year old. But that being said, one that's been used at least 6 times, that's how I feel. 6 times, and then we can really see how it works. And You know what? I didn't even curl my lashes. That looks really, really good. I'm gonna do some half lashes just because y'all know I like the sass, but that is daggum good. I'm gonna look directly into the camera. Again, no curling. You gotta try it 6 times before you officially give the verdict. Let's do our little half lash. Lily Lashes self-adhesive. This is Wild Child. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then you clamp. Just make sure your mascara is dry. Now I definitely need to color correct because Burgundy is gonna pull out the redness in my cheeks. Not to mention it's mid-November and it's 80 degrees outside. I don't know, I don't make the rules. I just live here. The lizards are very happy about it. Isn't that fun to watch? Nice, and then I'm using a C41 so I can kind of diffuse it everywhere, but I'm still tapping. I don't want to drag it. I'll lose pigment if I drag the brush, but tapping gets us to where we need to be. Still my favorite high-end foundation. It's gonna look a little yellow because of the shadow. Oh, not as yellow as I thought. I feel that sometimes we kind of stay in our eyeshadow bubbles. I was that way for a very long time because it makes everything else, especially when we venture out, just like this Burgundy, when we venture out, it can make things look different. That's what color theory is. It's just about knowing how to get it back to where we need it to be, which is also color theory. We're getting a little sassy. I'm taking a little bit of this yellow concealer. I need to put the lid back on. It's absolute chaos in this house right now with that. All right, that's back under control. I'm taking this on E29 and we're gonna use the yellow. And I'm doing this before I do concealer, just so it kind of brightens up a little bit and neutralizes any purple in here. This is me teaching. I don't want you to feel like you need to do all of this all the time. I feel like that's very important. I say that. I'm wiping off the brush. That way I'm not depositing too much color there. And again, the yellow is going to neutralize the purple. I'm going to go more full coverage with my concealer. I like a little extra coverage in the center of my face. And then I also went a little bit more peachy. If I want to brighten, I'll brighten later. I'm not really thinking that I want to brighten. I do need a C32. I had to reach away. Okay, start to melt this in. Benny just calling there. I haven't used this bronzer in a while, but I remember loving it. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. It's very, very soft. It's gonna give a really, I guess I could just show you. Look how soft that goes on. And also, I remember I loved applying this on top of wet foundation. Is that a meeting or a party in there? And I'm using shade medium. Oh, I'm gonna leave this out. This is beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit of that bronzer and stamp it in here too. I love doing that. I don't know if you can tell, but I love this one a lot. It's very beige. The shade is called Gel. C41, and I didn't want to get too pink and then too berry, so I thought this would be perfect with the look, which I like it. I think it is. E26, this will be back soon, by the way. And we're just going to start to smudge this underneath here. Now we're going to set, I already have it ready, I just wanted to show you what I was using. And I'm setting this just a little bit, just the edges. This is the liner. I actually reach for this a lot. This is Lancome liner in Ruby Fever, and that's gonna go on my waterline. There we go. I thought we'd keep the eye, the star, but go kind of in that same toasty realm. I really like this lip liner color. It's gonna feather. I'm gonna hold it further back and just kind of feather it towards the center. I'm gonna top it with some of the toasted marshmallow gloss. Oh yeah, that's nice. There we go. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I've had this kind of burgundy smoky look floating around in my makeup head for quite some time, so it feels really good to kind of get that creativity out. So I hope you enjoyed this look as much as I enjoyed painting it. I love you with all of my heart, and until the next tutorial, bye for now.